Hey guys, welcome to JayWalk Media. This is Matt Miller, and Nancy Mace went on CNN and triggered the entire panel of woke talking head shills that they have there on CNN because she wouldn't stop mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name. Let's see what Nancy Mace did to piss off literally everybody on CNN.
I don't think anybody at this table should be surprised that Donald Trump stood up for 45 minutes, an hour or more, taking questions, giving a speech, because if you're holding your breath for an Oscar nod, that he did that. Don't hold your breath because no one's going to believe you. This is what he does. He stands, he gives speeches, he takes the questions, he gives the answers. And to date, more than 3 weeks in, Kamala Harris hasn't given a single interview. She hasn't come on your program. She's not answering questions.
It's
She's not
Kamala,
giving
first
speeches.
of all. It's not Kamala. It's Kamala. And she's not yet the candidate. She's only been in office, only been a candidate for 3.5 weeks.
She's been vice president for 3.5 years.
Yeah, and Trump went a whole primary season without even taking and doing a debate.
And
So,
half
you know,
of America
but you can't-
isn't stupid because the Republicans in this country
But it's a
voted
false-
for him, nominated him. She didn't earn a single vote in the Republican.
got
But
Or
you know,
Democrat
it's a
primary.
false equivalence between what Donald Trump is doing as an autocrat, as a fascist, as a dictatorially
not a
inclined
fascist.
man.
That's
The man's
that's crazy
aspirations
talk.
are huge. But the point is that Donald Trump has lied so repeatedly that we normalize his mendacity, his misogyny, his hatred for the ordinary citizen who happens to think logically about these issues. Now, he's got a whole bunch of stuff from the stores up there. He doesn't refer to it. His economic policies are vapid. They are empty. He has nothing to say
She
to
has no
these people.
policies on her website
And
at
then
all. She's got more
Zero
pronouns.
policies and 9
Donald
pronouns
Trump
on her website.
sits there and tells lie after lie, and he gets normalized by good people like y'all who don't call him out on his bull.
Kamala Harris has more pronouns on her website than she does policy. The only thing she has on there is donate. She's running a Seinfeld campaign. The show is about nothing.
No,
But-
absolutely.
And she's
Well,
winning,
so
right?
here's
So,
the-
yeah.
here's
She's
the
not
other
winning,
thing. No,
actually.
but remember, she's aided and abetted by mainstream media. If you saw the headline by a neighboring network a couple weeks ago, days ago, when Donald Trump came out with his no taxes on tips policy, all of the headlines on mainstream media were derogatory. Kamala Harris comes out with her no taxes.
Kamala.
Harris comes out with her policies on no taxes on tips, which is Donald Trump's policy, by the way. All of the headlines on mainstream media were positive and glorious and thoughtful.
I guess y'all are
It's
standing
just a
up for him
different
because he
standard.
didn't say any of this today. Everything
this
you're
is the-
saying
this
is
is a
nothing he's
question.
ever said. Let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said
that
you
is
weren't a
BS.
racist.
That is
No,
complete
you don't have
BS.
to intend racism
No,
to
no.
accomplish
You are
it.
intending that I
Your
am
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala
and
Harris
that is
part and
offensive.
parcel of a
Why
tradition
can't you
of
just-
disrespect.
Why
It's
can't you just,
offensive,
Congresswoman,
and it's
why can't you
it's
just,
offensive.
why
That
can't
is
you
I'm not calling you a
disgusting.
racist.
No,
I'm
you
saying
are.
what the
You
practice
are.
is
You
racist.
are. You
Why can't
absolutely
you
are.
just
The
hear
practice
what
is
I'm
what
saying?
matters.
Let me get in here,
No,
Keith.
what's disgusting
That
is
is
your
disgusting.
disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said,
You know what?
I didn't know her name.
Disgusting
He's
to
trying
women
to do
is
it.
her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
White
I
women don't
became-
have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is to tell them they're not real women.
25
They
years
care
ago,
for your babies
25
and
years ago,
respected
I
your
became
humanity.
the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the military college of South Carolina. I
So call
fought
her
my
name
way
right.
through it.
So
Tooth
pronounce her
and nail,
name
blood,
right.
sweat,
Let
and
me
tears.
actually
So pronounce her name
and
right.
Kamala Harris, if I
Kamala,
were a
Kamala.
man,
You said
I
this
will
before.
say
You Nancy
anything that I
Mace.
want.
It's
Come on, it's
Kamala.
Kamala.
You're doing
You
this on
disrespect-
purpose,
I am
That's
not.
Congresswoman.
disrespectful.
Just a second.
If-
You can't expect people to
If
respect
a
your
man put
service
on
if
a
you don't
skirt
respect
and walked
hers.
that stage 25 years ago, she
You're a
would have
white
said
woman
it. She would have
disrespecting a
taken
black
that
woman. That is
achievement away from her.
problematic.
So good on Nancy Mace for not backing down here and letting these liberal bullies on CNN boss her around and control the way she speaks, right? So first of all, we know that Democrats are obsessed with trying to control our language and tell us that we have to refer to people a certain way, and you know, it's just a weird fixation of theirs, and I hate it. I believe in freedom of speech. And I get it. In this situation, if somebody's mispronouncing somebody's name, maybe say it once and be like, correct her and say, no, it's pronounced like this. But after they pronounce it the way they want to, you really can't do anything. You can't control how somebody talks as much as they want to. They want to control and censor everything that we say. Good on Nancy Mace, I think, just sticking to her guns here. And I don't actually know what the correct pronunciation is. I don't know if it's Kamala or Kamala or whatever. I've probably heard other pronunciations of it too, but it's not really somebody else's job to try to dictate how I say things. And I think Nancy Mace probably just defaulted to the way that she's heard the name spoken the most, or the way that she's used to saying it. Because when you're surrounded on live TV by a bunch of liberal Democrats that are jumping down your throat, trying to bash Trump, the last thing on your mind is how you pronounce something, right? You're trying to defend yourself. You try to defend Trump. You're trying to combat their arguments. And you're not necessarily thinking about the exact, pronunciation of every single word. So you're just kind of going off the cuff. So did she do this on purpose? I don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. I could see this as being an honest mistake. But of course, these liberal pundits tried to use this to point out or to call her racist. And they tried to make Kamala Harris a victim because of her name being mispronounced, if you can believe that. That's really a huge stretch, in my opinion. But, they did their mental gymnastics to try to call Nancy Mace a racist for mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name. I think that's really, really bizarre, but also it's not surprising because the Democrats are always trying to do that. They're always trying to invent these new victim cards and ways that people are victims that they can cash in on. Anyway, though, I got to say, Nancy Mace is one of my favorite fighters on the GOP right now. She's a fierce savage when she's going toe-to-toe in the hearings with Democrats or just woke bureaucrats that are not doing their job. I mean, you always see her just being really brutal and effective at taking down the Biden administration officials and everybody that she's put up against. And going on CNN, she does this a lot too. She's been on CNN, sparring matches like this, and she is just a brutal savage in the best way. Gotta give her respect for being in a room full of people that disagree with her, that are trying to come after her and take her down, and she just stands there like a stone wall. And there was that one other Republican who was kind of impotent in the conversation. I don't think he was super effective with his contributions, but it was basically Nancy Mace versus 3 or 4 of them. And I think she did a great job holding her own. But let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you get notified when we post new content. Thank you guys again for your support, for watching the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.